All right, he's a top psychic from New England, and now Matt Fraser has gotten a show on E that will leave you entertained and laughing.
He had that trigger finger.
The most important finger? The only people that listen to me are dead people. Your father, he just showed me his writing. Shut the hell up. You had his writing tattooed on you?
Yes. He is the top psychic medium in my book.
Because you can't put a price on this face. You know that, right? I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if having my family working for me was a good idea or not.
Are you regretting it yet?
All right, joining us now, the star of Meet the Frasers, Matt Fraser's joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here with you.
Congratulations on the show, first of all.
Oh, thank you.
And
thank
it's
you.
totally a family affair, right?
Oh, yes.
Like, who's involved?
Well, let me just tell you, I work with my family every single day. So if you've ever worked with family, you know that that is a challenge. Like
she does, yeah.
I do, and I have a big fat Italian family too. You have a big fat Italian family,
Yes,
right?
I do. Yes, I do.
And so they're all part of it. They're very, I'm sure they're very opinionated.
Yes, they are. And you know, the crazy part is that some people think that as a psychic medium, I'm afraid of the dead. But really, I'm afraid of my own family.
I mean, that makes perfect sense.
But some of them speak to the dead too, right?
Yeah, so my mom is a medium. My sister has no ability whatsoever. I mean, my sister can barely speak to living people, never mind dead people. So, you know, I think that my sister gets a little bit salty, which you'll see in the show, because obviously I have the gift, but my sister doesn't. So her and my dad, you know.
Your dad doesn't have the gift?
No.
So, Matt, when did you realize that you had this gift?
So it started with my grandmother, who passed it on to my mom and then to me. But, you know, I got to say I was around 3 or 4 when I first started hearing and seeing The Departed. And when it first started happening, to me, I was petrified. I felt like I was living that movie, The Sixth Sense. Like, every time I went to bed, all I could connect with was people who had passed on.
So did it scare you in the beginning?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I spent so many nights pulling the covers over my head trying to escape this because I didn't realize that I was psychic. I literally just thought that the house was haunted.
All right, what do you see right now? I mean...
So when I'm looking out onto all this, onto everybody here, for me, all I see is dead people. It's soul after soul after soul. And voice after voice after voice. And it's crazy because when I'm here, I have all of these souls that just start talking to me. Like right now, I have a soul that's coming through that actually passed a car accident here in the physical world. That's coming through and connecting.
A car accident?
Is that with you?
No.
There's a soul that's coming through that's telling me that's here. And it's crazy because when I'm in a room like this with all of these people, they all start connecting with me.
Are they all talking at once?
Yes.
And so do you have to like weed one out and say, wait, stop?
Well, yeah, it's hard because, you know, I'm like literally like a telephone to heaven. They're all here trying, you know, clamoring around me, trying to speak because they know that I can speak and connect to them.
So let me ask you, Matt. I was Googling you yesterday, and then I realized that the New York Times did like an investigation into your practices along with other mediums. How do you deal with that, and how do you prove to them that you do have this special power?
I prove it every day at my live events and my shows. You know, I think everybody walks in a skeptic. And, you know, the New York Times came to an event. They didn't know how it was that I was doing what I was doing. They didn't know how I was able to read people and connect with people. And they came, and the reporter who originally came to discredit me, had a life-changing experience. You know, he came and was like, oh my God, you know, there is something to this. You know, there was nothing that was going on. And it's so amazing because every day, you know, my show shows people that those we love never leave us.
So you felt vindicated by the whole article, and what was it, the Operation Peach Pit?
Yeah, I thought it was a great article, to be honest with you, because, you know, here was somebody who didn't believe in the other side, who didn't believe in the afterlife, who wasn't sure, you know, came in, you know, to bust me thinking, oh, well, this guy must be looking things up, or this guy must be doing this. And then next thing you know, found out that, you know, oh my God, you know, this might be real. And more importantly, it got me a TV show.
Oh, yes, it did. And congrats. That's awesome.
Meet the Frasers. I think we have a clip of you and your family.
I don't know when my mother's gonna appear. She's like friggin' Houdini. She just pops out of a hat. I have no control over that.
This is the problem. Yes, you do.
You try to control it. I don't understand how you're here right now.
I didn't think she was going to be here.
Why wouldn't she be here? She lives here. You don't live here.
But I lived here before her.
You never lived here.
Oh, no, but I used to come here all the time.
That's a lie.
No. Oh, my God, wait a minute.
Don't you dare. Don't you even...
So that's your mom, and that's your girlfriend?
Yes.
In the beginning with the pink on, right?
Yes.
Alexa.
Alexa, that's her name. Yes, she was not like the Amazon Alexa. She was around before the device, but she actually was Miss Rhode Island Teen USA. And now she's running again for the title of Miss Rhode Island, which is amazing because I get to be a psychic and a pageant boyfriend. But
is she going to win?
I hope so. So fingers crossed. Don't get me in trouble now. But the hard part is that my family does not leave me alone. I mean, you think the dead bother me? My family bothers me. I mean, they're very opinionated. They just show up at the door. My mother's trying to get my door code. If I don't change the locks 5 times a week, then
How
I'll
does
never change
Alexa
them.
deal with, like, between your family and the dead? Like, do you ever have any, like, intimacy, like quiet time, or is everyone always talking?
No, everyone's always talking. Our parents, let me tell you something, if they could be there at conception, they would. I mean, her mother is a baby nurse, so she wants us to have babies right away.
Are
and
you
she has
thinking
no
about
filter.
it? Are you thinking about, like, taking the next step?
No, but
proposed?
Alexa is. Listen, what are you, my family?
Yeah, what exactly?
This is what it's like being with my family.
How
We're gonna
long have you
propose.
been together?
So we've been together 3.5 years, but right now we're in a sticky situation because Alexa can't be Miss Rhode Island and also be engaged.
Oh.
So we're balancing this whole thing of when's the right time?
So when is if she wins this, then do you have to wait like a year or so?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When is she up for? When is the competition?
So the competition, you'll actually see it on the show. It's actually going to be I think it's the last episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you read us on the fly, or do you?
I'm worried about this car accident that he said.
No, I don't. So the way it works for me is that these are people who have already died. I don't
Okay.
predict things. So like the difference between a psychic and a medium is that a psychic is somebody who predicts the future, that says you're going to get married to
Right,
so
right,
and so, or you're going to be doing this. But a medium is someone who senses spirit. So even like right now when I'm connecting with you, I have a grandmother that's here that's stepping forward with you.
Okay.
That I felt was very close to you, like had to be like a mother for you in your life here in the physical world.
One very close.
And then there was also a child that passed as well that I'm connecting with. So I don't know if she had the miscarriage or if there was a soul that was passed. Do you understand that?
From the grandmother?
Yes.
Yes.
And they know that she's with that child on the other side because she
Yes.
said to me, can you just let her know that this soul is with me? Because she had this baby within her arms, which she's acknowledging.
Before my dad was born.
So
Wow.
You're a believer!
Wow. Not too many people know that, quite frankly.
Well, she does, because I got to tell you, that was something that she hid for many years. It was very hard for her to talk about this or to speak about this because she said, I wasn't sure I was going to get pregnant, is what she's telling me in my ear. And she actually is whispering me and saying to me that the doctors were giving no hope of having a child. And that's why she was so connected to your dad and so protective over him, because that was like her shot to have a family. So that's why she's
I'll
with
be
you.
darned.
And
Thank
by
you,
the
Grandma.
way, in heaven, she's got her moo-moos on the other side. She always used to have like the house coats on or like the moo-moos on when she was here. Because when I'm connected with her,
True?
Yeah, kind of, now that I think about it.
she's acknowledging that, and she says, let her know that I'm okay. Oh, and by the way, she was very religious here in the physical world. Because when I'm connecting with her, she says that, God is what was able for her to come through. And she says, keep praying and know
Had a
that she
heart
is
attack
there.
right after church. Yeah.
So Matt, is there ever a reading that you do that?
Wait a minute, she had a heart attack right after church?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's why she's telling me this, because she says God led me to the other side. And I'm like, what is she talking about?
That's it.
So she had a heart attack right after going to church.
Listen to Jesse Jackson, stepped down the stairs, had a heart attack, yes.
So no, it's just her way of acknowledging, don't worry. Your grandmother is so protective over you and the whole family when I'm here.
That's
Isn't that
Sorry,
crazy?
bro.
No, this is good.
I love what I do because you never know who's going to come through. And like, just with your grandmother, I have so many souls that are stepping forward that are wanting to communicate and wanting to talk. And what I love so much is that you weren't expecting your grandmother to step forward today or for her to be with that child, but yet she's here.
That's
Matt,
beautiful.
I don't know. You have convinced me.
I know. And
I'm a
meanwhile,
believer.
He's meanwhile, you have a book.
Yes, I do.
Oh, what's the book?
It's called When Heaven Calls. And guess what? When Heaven calls, Matt Fraser answers.
There you go. And by the way, you have a book signing coming up, right?
Yes, I do.
You are going to be where? Let's see. Oh, you're going to be in Bay Ridge, my old stomping ground, the bookmark shop. I've been there at 8415 3rd Avenue. It's a great place. It's you're going to be there March 11th at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
She's a Brooklyn
Fantastic.
girl.
Yeah, I don't know if you could tell.
Of course I can tell. Of course.
All right, that's so nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Thank
much
you so much
good
for having me
stuff.
on.
All right.
Are you freaked out?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit,
Do you want to say anything to your grandmother while you're incommunicado?
Thank you, Grandma.